Cardi B is a non-black woman who weaponizes misogynoir against black women. You know, and I just couldn't help but think to myself, like, even with your one stomach, even with your skinny stomach, even with like you benefiting from desirability, even with you benefiting from non-black privileges, even with you benefiting from all those things, it still can't keep the man you're dating to be faithful to you. And it just shows you that these like cosmetic procedures and these ways of trying to like soften the blow of misogyny doesn't actually protect you. Patriarchy does not care if you have a BBL.
Sometimes it don't make no sense. Does it really have to? There is nothing I can say.
Hi, welcome to Mayowa's world. So today I want to talk about how I feel like Cardi B has a nasty case of misogynoir and anti-fatness. So recently in media, Cardi B has gotten into beef with another content creator called Paradise Paris. And Paradise Paris tweeted something about Cardi B, and this is what she said. Why does Cardi B feel like she's above criticism? All of her peers are dropping albums and doing progressive things in their career, and she sticks out like a sore thumb. No tours, no meet and greets, no merch, one album, featured singles, viral moments. Is she a rapper or does she rant? And then Cardi B proceeded to respond to her by saying, "That's not what I said. F you and your three stomachs, B." Which I think is a wild response to that kind of tweet. So today we're going to unpack a history of Cardi B's anti-fatness and anti-blackness. Something that I've noticed with Cardi B is I feel like she has a certain kind of vitriol and anger towards dark skin or black women. Not just only with Paris, I've seen her have other people who have said things about her, and the way that she responds is usually really ginormous to what they say, but also she usually responds by making fun of someone's weight or someone's complexion or just how someone looks. Cardi B is also the same person who has tweets earlier of calling dark-skinned women roaches. And some people say, well, you know, if Cardi B is being attacked, that's just her defense mechanism. But in my opinion, if when you're getting attacked, your like go-to thing is to make fun of someone's skin, to make fun of someone's weight, to make fun of somebody for having nappy hair, that's how you always felt about those kind of people, right? Because Cardi's not just making fun of this one girl. She's making fun of all of her fans who are fat or all of her fans who are dark-skinned. I don't really believe that you can separate. I don't think you can attack someone for one thing and then praise someone for the same thing later. Like if you are making fun of somebody for saying, oh, they're fat or whatever, I don't think that you actually like fat people. Like I feel like that's really how you feel about fat people. You think you're better because you are not fat. That's essentially what I got from her message. And then Paris, who is a problematic content creator, she had a real nasty read and comeback, which, you know, did she lie? So let's listen to what Paris had to say back.
Y'all may as well tag Cardi B because I'm finna give it to her like she thinks she give it up. And before y'all start, no, she came and found my tweet after all the tweets that I was tweeting to praise her and chose that one, and she should have stood on it. Now, don't delete nothing because I'm just now seeing it and I just woke up and it hit the blogs. Yeah, you caught red-handed. All that backbiting you thought you was going behind Joe Budden and clearing him for, you doing the same thing. Don't throw no rock and hide your hand, Miss Mamas. It ain't an etch-a-sketch in the mother world who could ever make me feel bad about my body. You done touched everything on you, and you still got so many insecurities because you can't keep your husband at home. You done paid for bitches to get beat up because they want to suck the same sucking. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. It could be 4 stomachs, it could be 6 stomachs, it could be 7 stomachs. At the end of the day, you done sat there and paid for everything on you, and you still insecure. You still cannot keep yourself in the media selling sex and the ain't going nowhere. It don't matter how much of a bad you think you are with them hard ass titties. At the end of the day, what was said about you is correct. Yo sitting around trying to make sure you keep your family intact, and your still over here cussing out fans, delusional fans, when you're getting passed up by every single body around you. You call yourself this bad rapper and you in this terrible 60 deal with Atlantic when you need to be sitting around worried about how you gonna make sure these tracks hit the charts and stay, because even your peers are passing you up. It's no reason why Megan Thee Stallion is on tour right now, came out behind you, and you done did a #1 album, and you can't even put out a actual single that stays on the charts longer than 2 weeks. So yeah, what I said was correct. And if it hit a nerve, that's too motherfucking bad. Maybe you need to get in the booth, and maybe you need to figure out how to get some records that are actually going to stay on the charts, and stop cussing out these fans who are kids that like you, acting like you so for your fans and y'all in a good relationship when you act real motherfucking homophobic. When you sat there and told them boys he was a you got bigger fish to fry, and it ain't me. So the next time you feel like you want to come for me, first of all, you better stand on what you said. You better stand on what you said, because I'm the gonna give it to you. I don't give a how black you want to pretend you are. I'm really that. Don't nobody look at me and question it. I don't care about your accomplishment, because next time you want to say something out your mouth, I'm gonna be right here to give it right back to you.
I mean, that was a nasty read. That was a nasty read. But was she wrong? And some of the things that she was saying, no, she wasn't wrong. And Cardi B responded to her and said, when I do surgery, baby, I don't do it for an N-word. I do it because I love the vixen look. I got my and my soft before I met set, sorry. The fact that you always want to bring up a man for a drag because you can't drag, nothing else is a gag, because is line up on the DM. You spoke on me and now you're mad because your stomach is layered like a wedding cake. Boring. Boring, girl. Boring. Anti-fatness is boring. If you have to resort to that, you don't, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you hate fat people. And it's like, I just find it to be so wild to say that when you're someone who has had so much work done. It's almost like you're saying, like, how dare you not have the money to want to fix yourself? I feel like Cardi B has a really specific form of misogynoir that has always been evident to me since the years of her tweets, of her colorist tweets and stuff being revealed, allegedly colorist. And I feel like Cardi B reminds me of a lot of women who you can tell have built their confidence from not being black women. There are a lot of non-black women who literally build their confidence up from not being black women. And you can tell that they're usually around men who glorify them for their proximity to not being a fully black woman. They will tell them, oh, I like your hair is so long. Oh, your skin is so light, I like your skin. Oh, you're skinny, you know, or you have a nice body, not like the other fat women. Like, a lot of women end up building their personalities from not being a certain kind of woman who black men typically do hate, which is dark skin, fat, very black features, Afrocentric features, kinky hair, right? And whenever they date these kinds of men, or in the community, or they're in community with these kinds of men, and these men continue to humiliate them and dog them out and cheat on them, potentially with women who are fully black, I think it does something to your psyche, because your confidence was never really built off of your actual self or being. It was built off of not being something else. And I feel like to constantly respond to anti-fatness, this isn't Cardi B's first time of responding to anti-fatness when a black woman attacks her. This isn't Cardi B's first time to lashing out at black women when they critique her. It's not, right? Because this is, you know, I feel like it's an easy target. But there are a lot of artists who, whenever like a dark-skinned girl speaks out against them, they'll suddenly have all this vitriol, all this anger, all this rage for them, because it's almost like, how dare you be black and think that you can come for me? How dare you be black and think that we could potentially ever be in the same spaces or on the same level? And the gag is that I feel like, you know, I have compassion for the decisions that women do to survive this world. The reason that BBL culture or getting a lot of cosmetic surgery is so common is because it is a way of softening the harshness that is always given to women. If you are a woman in pop culture, you're more inclined to have an intense amount of critique given to you by the public. You're more inclined to have people constantly saying things about you. And it must be really hard to kind of keep your head when so many people are having comments about your body or about your face or about your features, right? So plastic surgery is a way of softening the blows of misogyny in society. And that goes across the boards to non-black women, black women, right? Same thing with people who want to constantly wear wigs and they don't want to show that they have kinky hair, right? It's a form of protecting yourself from a society that's texturous. People who even bleach their skin. Bleaching your skin is a form of protecting yourself from a society that's colorist. All of these things are symptoms of a bigger issue, right? And the bigger issue for Cardi B's case is misogyny. She experiences a lot of misogyny. But one thing that she's going to do when she experiences that misogyny, she's going to weaponize Misogynoir. Yeah, she's going to come for a black girl every time because it will always lift her up. She will always get praise. People will always be laughing with her at black women because it's acceptable to laugh at black women. And that's how I really know that Cardi's not black, because she don't be getting dragged like a black girl. She don't. And the fact that she can always weaponize her followers against black women who do speak out says something about her, because so many of her followers are quick to attack black women who have critique for Cardi before they'll critique Cardi for being anti-fat, before they'll critique Cardi for having previously colorist comments, or the fact that she's been on camera literally saying that, you know, making it obvious that she doesn't think that she's black.
But you don't date Spanish guys at all?
No.
Do you have any idea why?
I guess I like first, I like dark complexion. And it seemed like every dark guy that I ever like, they African American or Jamaican. I don't even like people I think that like is my race, just because I like to date people that are different from me. Like, I like to date people that are not like me. I like their culture. I already know my culture. So I want something new to me.
Like, her rebrand, someone in my comments wrote Cardi B was the original Tyla, like in the beginning where her race was so ambiguous. And I think she decided when, you know, she started to get fame, like, oh, I'm black. Like, when it's the good things, like, oh, I'm black, works in her favor, she's going to be black every time. And this is the issue that we have with people who are dipping in and out of race, right? Because they make it difficult for you to identify what it is. But I'll tell you what it is. Cardi B is a non-black woman who weaponizes misogynoir against black women. That's what that is, right? And I also want to say I do not like Paris's content. I think Paris is very problematic. I've like scrolled and seen some things about her. I didn't know who she was before this thing happened, and I've seen some things and it's really atrocious. But if anything, that should have made it even easier for you to attack her, right? Because you could have actually attacked her for the list of atrocious things that Paris has done. But no, you didn't want to attack her for the things that Paris has done. You wanted to attack Paris for her weight. You know what I mean? And like, that is what gets me, is that these people actually have track records that if you just did a little quick research, a quick Google search, you could find things about these people. But no, because the punchline is always the same boring tropes. It's going to be, oh, you're dark, oh, you're fat, oh, you have a big nose, oh, you have kinky hair, or you got nappy hair. It's boring. Like, the punchline is black women every time. You know, and I just couldn't help but think to myself, like, even with your one stomach, even with your skinny stomach, even with like you benefiting from desirability, even with you benefiting from non-black privileges, even with you benefiting from all those things, it still can't keep the man you're dating to be faithful to you. And it just shows you that these like cosmetic procedures and these ways of trying to like soften the blow of misogyny doesn't actually protect you. And that's like a lesson for, I guess, anybody who feels like them having surgery will give them a better life. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a better life. It's depending on also the kind of people that you're picking. Like, and I can also acknowledge that Cardi B in some ways is a victim to misogyny. I can see that, right? But I can also see how she's a perpetrator of misogynoir. She's a perpetrator of anti-blackness. She's a perpetrator of anti-fatness. And she often blows up on fans who don't have the same following as she does, don't have the numbers that she does, you know, and attacks them for things, like I said, that I think is really boring. Like, if you're going to use anti-blackness as a way to attack someone, it's really boring. You don't really have anything to say. And I feel like every single time that you attack a black woman for her weight or her hair, like, it's definitely giving pick me. It's giving pick me. It's giving like, I'm the chosen one. Look, I don't have these things. I should be seen as attractive. I should be seen as valuable. Baby, patriarchy is going to deal with you regardless. Patriarchy does not care if you have a BBL. Patriarchy does not care if you have gotten your whole teeth done and your face done. It doesn't care, right? Because at the end of the day, you're still going to get dealt like a woman. And even non-black women experience patriarchy. Obviously not to the same degree as black women, but you know what I mean? She's still dealing with her own little things. And I just feel like that was really pathetic. And I kind of wish that people would take anti-fatness, anti-blackness as a serious enough offense to cancel someone. or not really want to engage with them. And this is what I mean by, you know, cancel culture isn't real, because when you benefit from desirability, people just like don't want to cancel you. And it's so wild to me because I think people really struggle to believe that very conventionally attractive, desirable people can be harmful. Like, people really think that being harmful is like exclusive to ugly people, right? Like, it's much easier. And when I say ugly, I mean conventionally unattractive, right? Through the eyes of white supremacy. So people are more inclined to drag Miss Netta for saying something that's against black women than they would to Cardi B, who is not black, saying anti-black things towards black women. Okay, y'all, so a little bit of updates about me. My birthday was last week. So I have been really slow with like getting YouTube videos back. I've also been dealing with a lot of stress around caregiving. The day before my birthday, I had to take my dad to the hospital and just dealing with his health issues. Now he's back home, so it's better, but I'm just feeling really burnt out as a caregiver. And so that has explained, or like I hope that can explain like sometimes my gaps in making content. Until on my Patreon, I haven't been good at making videos these past like 2 months, and it's because of the stress I feel with caregiving. But I'm hoping, you know, I started to do things that was like pouring into myself so that I can have more capacity. I had to just start saying no to things that I wanted to do, but like I just didn't have the energy. And by saying a lot of no's, I started to have more energy for myself. So I'm at like a slightly better place. But I'm feeling like, I don't know if it's a thing, but I'm feeling like caregiving fatigue or something like this. I don't know if it's real. You know, from losing my mom and caregiving, like it's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, let's get into some of the looks, y'all. For my birthday, I got a grill, which I'm so happy with. I was really excited. I'll see if you can see the side. Can you see the side? Yeah, anyway, I was really happy with my grill. I'm still very happy with my grill. And then today's look, you guys, I don't know if I talked about this in this last video, but I like made a vanity table. And ever since I'm making a vanity table, I've been in love with doing makeup. Like, I realized how much makeup just makes me so happy. And just to sit down and play your little music and paint your face, I was just like, and I'm trying to, you know, I used to like screenshot images of people's whose makeup looks I like, and then I would try and recreate it. But I'm like, girl, freestyle. Like, you are too creative to always be trying to copy. Like, see what comes up. So I just sat down on the table today and I was feeling the color purple. And then I was like, you know, let me add I was like, you know, I'm also in the mood for a lot of color. So I ended up just doing a rainbow with like a purple eyeshadow. If you can see, I'm trying to see if you can see it. Yeah, I ended up just doing a rainbow with like a purple eyeshadow. And it was really fun. I want to get in my makeup bag for real this year, y'all. I really do. Like, whatever makeup brands, if you're watching this, I'm your girl. Yeah. Cause listen, I haven't figured out how to like integrate the makeup into the videos. But when I figure it out, if you have any ideas, let me know. Cause I'm in love. I just love doing makeup. I love doing looks. And then I am just wearing like a t-shirt, because usually I always wear like a tight shirt, and it's like, it doesn't really matter because nobody sees from the waist down. But I wanted to be comfortable today. Like, I just wanted to be comfortable. I originally was supposed to do like a wash day, but I'm delayed. I'm not in the mood, you know, drying my hair. Like, it takes time, and I want it to be sunny outside before I dry my hair. So I've just been a little bit slow. But yeah, that's been some of the updates with me. Let me know what y'all think on if I am spot on about Cardi B's Misogynoir. I am. But let me know if you really think, if you agree with me, what your thoughts are. You know, I'm really hoping for change. Like, I'm just tired of us platforming the same people who will literally hate black women. Like, I'm just over it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.